so many voices, so many impulses, and with all these impulses and information, what is needed? Do you need to go? And sometimes your heart says one thing, but you do feel like this pull in your back, that push that is pushing you onward and onward. Where do you need to go? Which signal to follow? That is because there are so many different impulses and they're not aligned. They're not attuned to each other. And that is what we will do in this meditation. Hello and welcome, beautiful, radiant soul. It's so good to be here with you. So many voices, so many impulses, and with all these impulses and information, what is needed? Do you need to go? And sometimes your heart says one thing, but you do feel like this pull in your back, that push that is pushing you onward and onward. Where do you need to go? Which signal to follow? That is because there are so many different impulses and they're not aligned. They're not attuned to each other. And that is what we will do in this meditation. But before we get to that, first, let me ask you to subscribe to this channel, to give this video a like, and to share it with others. My name is Inge van Stralen, and I am a Pleiadian Lightworker and Galactic Priestess. I help Lightworkers to reconnect with their multidimensional self so that they can live their highest purpose, to live their soul mission here on Earth. And I do that through workshops, one-on-one sessions, well, videos with meditations and online programs. If you want to know more or you'd like to work with me, check the description box below. It is time to go inside, really inside yourself, to feel again who you are, who you were meant to be, without the distractions of the world. There is so much distraction in the world at the moment that we get pulled out of ourselves, out of alignment. And it's so important to stay in our alignment, in ourselves, in our vertical axis. But it's more than just vertical axis. It's really in alignment. And alignment is not just with you and your higher self, but it's in alignment with all your bodies, your holograms, your multidimensional bodies, your soul mission, and all the galactic beings out there that you're a part of, and all the groups, galactic beings, but also earth beings that you are a part of. In alignment, also connecting to earth, to the earth star crystal, really be in touch with that. And let all those things, all these different influences come together, click into place. And know that you are that being that brings all of these forces together, that pulls the strings and receives all the messages. And that's why it sometimes is so hard to do anything or to know what is right, because you have all these different messages that you receive. And sometimes you're out of alignment. when you're out of alignment, these messages seem disjointed. So you hear something here and another message there, and then you feel here that something needs to be done. But then again, you also feel that there is something there that needs to be done. So all these different bodies, all these different voices and influences need to be aligned. And when you came here on this earth as a being, there were so many influences. Everything had to come together, and you were attuned to all these different voices, all these different impulses. But when you came through the thick blanket, and it's not just the third dimensional blanket, it's that thick blanket around the earth that is holding the consciousness captive, and that we're currently breaking. But when you incarnated into this density, you know, in the beginning, you were so finely attuned, but you know, it's like this, because it's so dense, there's a lot of pressure, and it kind of compressed everything, and it became out of joint. So all these different voices are not speaking as one voice. So you hear like the impulse from the Pleiades, you hear the impulses or receive impulses from your higher self as like a little push in the back. And then the, I don't know, overlighting devas of this planet, you know, give this frequency, this vibration here in front of your heart. And so it's difficult. So what is it? And then we do all these tricks as humans, you know, to start listening to these different voices, you know, and we have to, you know, things like, okay, give me a sign, or tell me, or let me feel, you know, all these things. But they're always one dimensional. They're always just one thing. And it's about bringing all these different senses together, and all these impulses together, all these different sources of information that you are receiving. And that can be tough because you've been damaged. Your structure has been damaged, but we are clearing that. You know, we have been clearing that as light workers for ourselves and for others. But it's time for a next step. So to attune our fields, our multi-dimensional fields, and it's not multi-dimensional fields, to attune all our fields. And I have no idea how that's going to happen, but it's like an attunement of all these fields together, so that these different voices, these different impulses can start to speak with one voice again. So, you know, not just a little here, a little there, here and there, and up and down. And, you know, you're as this person, as this personality that you are now, are trying to make sense of all these different impulses. But really, you know, stand in alignment, in attunement, and feel it all. And this is not something, you know, you can just switch on and off, but this is a process that we are starting now. Okay, so what is it? How are we going to do that? I have no idea. Let's just find out. Let's let's go meditate, and we'll see whoever comes forward, whoever wants to join us. Sit down, lie back, relax, and we'll see what happens. I think it's about 15 minutes, but that's what I say every time, and it never is. So hopefully this time it's not that long, but we'll see, whatever is needed. Okay, just sit down and take a couple of deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, deep breath in and out. One more time, deep breath and out. And ground yourself using whatever technique you know. And if you're familiar with Pleiadian Lightwork, set down your grounding cord. And if not, use your own grounding technique, or if you don't have a grounding technique as yet, breathe into the soles of your feet and the tip of your tailbone. Breathe in and breathe out. And one more time, breathe in and breathe out. And from the soles of your feet and the tip of your tailbone, grow roots into the earth, deep into the earth. And whatever method you are using, breathe in earth energy through your grounding cord, through your roots, and let that earth energy fill your body. Let it ground you. And I call upon the Pleiadian emissaries of light, and I ask them to fill our individual spaces with their love, their light, their guidance, and to put a protective circle around our individual spaces, and to connect all of our individual spaces together so that we're in one big, energetic, protected circle. Take a moment to feel this protected circle. I call upon Archangel Michael of light and love, and I ask him to seal this space with his sword of truth. I set the intention that we will use this meditation for our personal growth and to make the world a better place. So be it, so be it, so be it. I call upon the Dolphin Star Temple Higher Council of Light and Love, and I ask them to transform our energetic space into a sacred Dolphin Star Temple space. I ask for the crystalline pillars to be placed around our circle, around our sacred Dolphin Star Temple space, to make a connection with Earth crystalline grid. I call upon the Pleiadian, Sirian, and Andromedan emissaries of light, and I ask them for the following cones of light to be placed above and below our auras, and above and below our sacred space. The interdimensional cones of light the evolutionary cones of light, the intergalactic cones of light, and the earth cones of light. I ask our higher selves to join us and to stand in front of us, to connect with us. If you're familiar with Pleiadian Lightwork, this is the perfect time to pull down or to set up your higher self connections. And if you're not familiar, don't know how to set up all these higher self connections, ask your higher self to connect with your heart and to fill your heart with higher self energy, and to connect your heart with the home of your higher self in the 6th dimension. And from your heart, make a connection to the light heart of Mother Earth. I call upon the Pleiadian emissaries of light to join us, to stand around us, the Sirian emissaries of light, the Andromedan emissaries of light, the Arcturian emissaries of light, Archangel Metatron of light and love, Master Thoth of light and love. Please be welcome. And all those other guides, beings of light and love who are willing to help us to attune all our beings, all our energetic bodies, all our beings, through all dimensions, through all space and time, the different versions, all our energetic structures, your chakra system, your Ka light body, your diamond light body, your holographic body, physical, etheric, emotional, mental, spiritual, astral bodies, multidimensional bodies, Merkaba structures, sacred geometry structures, and while I say all these different structures, while I call them out, you feel them resonating in you. Breathe into them, feel them. Your grounding cord, your higher self connections, your soul centers, your higher dimensional chakras, your Kundalini system, your prana, connection. These are the ones that I'm getting now, but maybe for you, there's another system that jumps out. I'm getting meridian system or meridians. Okay, those are the ones that are asking for our attention, our healing at the moment. There are more. And if you feel guided to ask for others, please do so. Say them out loud and feel where they are in your body, in your field. Just by saying them out loud, you can feel them, you know them. I ask for an attunement chamber of light around each and every one of us. All these light beings are here because they are connected, especially to one of those systems, one of those structures that we have mentioned. Feel the attunement happening in this chamber of light. How all these separate systems are actually not so separate, are interdependent. Are working together, are linked to receive information and to pass it on, so that all these different systems work in union, in unison, together. A chamber of light is an energetic structure that holds a certain frequency so that healing can occur, and all the light beings that surround us can work, can give us healing, whatever is needed in this attunement chamber of light. Keep breathing, keep receiving. Stay in this energy, in this chamber of light, this attunement chamber of light, as long as you feel is needed. When the healing is done, it will disappear. It will be removed automatically by the light beings. Keep breathing, keep receiving. Stay in this chamber as long as is needed. Enjoy, and see you next time.